Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Do yourself a favor and come join the family by hitting that like, subscribe, and a notification bell. Just getting used to all of this apparatus right now, back home at the desk after speaking at the Kojic convention, after InvestFest. I'm back. Let's get right into NVIDIA, and we'll keep it going. All right, good people? We just want to be cautious of your time. And there's a lot that's going on right now with NVIDIA. Now, because NVIDIA is drawing back and all the semiconductors are drawing back, the chips are drawing back, you're going to hear a lot of negativity. But I just wanted to make this video before earnings so you can not get involved in the emotional media that's being portrayed today on all of the platforms. All right. So I want you to stay on a path that you, if you have a solid plan. If you don't, I wanted to come on before earnings and just let you know a few things to think about. All right. So let's look at what's going on. As we can see here, the indices are down, the Dow down, S&P down, and NASDAQ is down 200%. 200 points, rather, 1.1%. Now, the entire market is going down. One of the reasons why it is this one stock, Nvidia. Nvidia is the most important earnings this year. If you ask me, that's my humble opinion. Nvidia is the most important earnings this year right now. And it is actually down. But if you look over the week, it's down. If you look over the month, it's still up. Now, it is, I believe, somewhere in the area of 6% of the S&P. That's how heavily weighted Nvidia is. Nvidia is the new Apple. This stock used to be Apple. Now, I have a video that I want to play. And in this video, I want you to listen. But before I play this video, I want you to know one thing. There could be an earnings beat, meaning NVIDIA has an earnings beat and it does well, and it still could continue to actually sell off. But it's not indicative of the overall market or the overall direction of this stock. Now, no one knows exactly, except NVIDIA, what the earnings is going to be. I cannot come here and tell you we're going to knock the ball out of the park and it's going to go all the way up. But I will tell you that personally, I see a future. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just telling you what I'm doing in a timely manner, right? Now, one of the things you can do, because some of you guys that I talk to are overweight in it, meaning you're not diversified and you just dumped big bags into NVIDIA. What you need to do is consider stop losses. I know you're saying, hey, it doesn't work all of the time, but why not engage it, right? Now, I'm just going to play some things right now for you, and you make the decision on where you want to put your stop loss. Guys, listen to this.
Management CIO Paul Meeks, who holds NVIDIA. You hold a sizable amount of NVIDIA, Paul. So how have you been thinking about this stock leading up to today, and how are you thinking about it after tonight's print?
So leading up to today, of course, I own it, many-fold lower, and I am not necessarily worried about the fundamentals that they're going to report, specifically the revenue and EPS, and even the revenue and EPS guide. I do have a little bit of anxiety around this purported manufacturing glitch for Blackwell chips that was never reported or confirmed or denied by the company itself, but it was reported in the periodical The Information a couple weeks back. And the way I look at it is that gives me enough anxiety to not add to my position ahead of tonight's call. Of course, I'll be on that call live, but I believe so strongly that the hyperscalers will continue to spend on AI's GPUs, and they have the financial wherewithal to follow up on their aggressive CapEx plans like no other companies around the world can, that if there is some near-term turbulence, is there some near-term controversy today on the call, and it does trigger a, not a small drop back, but a significant drop back, I'm probably in, and I'm probably in buying with both hands.
Oh, what level would you say would be a significant pullback? Stock's at about $125 right now.
Yeah, so we had that nasty drop in July. The stock today is still trading 14% below its high of 140-ish. I think if we have another correction, when I say correction, I define that as 10%. I might be more long-term interested. Of course, the volatility in this name is so extreme that if you had a very bullish print or a very bearish print, this stock could move 10 or 15% tomorrow.
So Nvidia is priced to perfection, which is a problem. You heard the gentleman, and I agree. It could move 10 or 15% by tomorrow. So get ready for some. If there's bearish or bullish news, get ready for some huge moves in a huge stock. All right. So here's one of the things I wanted to point out that I found for you guys, and I agree. Nvidia stock price tied to 5 key items in Q2 earnings. Right. We're just going to breeze through them. Right. Number one, earnings forecast, which is true. All right. Nvidia's forecast to post a bottom line of 65 cents a share from 3 months. You see here. All right. That's one. So earnings forecast. I want you guys to, if you want to read this, just go and type this in, right? It's called the Wall Street, okay? Or just type this in. You could snapshot it, and then you could read it for yourself while you have time, okay? So number one is earnings forecast, right? Number two is near-term outlook. So we need to see what their forward guidance is going to be. That's why you're going to see the price of Nvidia after the earnings. You're going to see it fluctuate up and down. And that's because of the near-term outlook, right? And long-term outlook, their forward broadcasts, right? So then the Blackwell chip, right? This is one of the things that we're looking for them to talk about, like he did when he was displaying the new CPU and all it could do. Remember the pandemonium behind that chip and how the stock moved up, right? And then we have 4, Rubin Systems launch, okay? His name has told investors that NVIDIA's plans to update its AI. You see here, NVIDIA's putting a ton of money into AI, right? They were literally putting up to 20% into development, research and development, right? Which means they are highly betting on the future. And the 5th one, good people, China's restriction, okay? And just like Tesla, China and America, we're just locked. We're locked because we buy and trade. Of course, you look at Tesla, a big portion of Tesla was sold in China, but China is doing the restrictions. You got Baidu, you got NIO, you got Xpeng, and you got the government forcing them or, encouraging them to buy Chinese cars. And they're doing these restrictions on Tesla. That's why another reason why Tesla is getting beat down and getting hurt. All right. So these are some of the things I want to talk about. Also, too, good people, I got to say this. This is the Moomoo app. I want you to go here and look at more content here. Right on the Moomoo app. This is going to be the top link below. You could see that you could see what the buy is. It's still at the time of filming this is a strong buy. Right now, you got target prices here, but there is a bearish signal. You see there in the middle. Right. And so long term, over the next 12 months, it's still a strong buy. Right. So you have all the information there. That's going to be Moomoo. Let me get this in the way right quick. Look, for those of you that want it, someone said to me, and a lot of people don't realize you can do this. They bought Moomoo. They literally have cash sitting in there and getting 8.1%. Plus they got 20 free shares of stock. OK, now, if you only deposit 100, you can get 8. If you deposit 1,000, you're going to get 20. But here's why they did it. They're getting the 8.1%, good people. And then they use this for their swing trade. But you can also move your stock from here. They say that they have Fidelity. and they're moving. Once they get in big profit, they move it over to Fidelity. Yes, you can do that, right? So I just wanted to talk about that, but I also wanted to shine a light where I see an opportunity. And I'm keeping my eye on SMCI. Now, we know that there's a lot going on with this chip, right? Supermicro stock plunges after delays in annual reporting. So they're delaying their annual reporting. And they also have a hit job on it, all right? And a lot of times when these companies do a short report, it's called a short report, and they're being accused of improper accounting, right? That is common, especially by the company that's doing the short report on it. These companies that do these short reports, remember, that's how they make their money. They short a stock, right? And so they make money if the stock go down. They find a company that's in distress, and then they just shine a light and start doing a dig and going, ooh, you see here, she was caught with him, he was caught with her. And that's what these companies do. And that's why it's called a short report, okay? I would say probably 20% of it winds up being true and 80% winds up causing the stock to go down. They make money. That's just Larry, right? These are not facts, right? I don't want to get sued, but this is what Larry has seen. So I make money on situations like this. Now, would I buy some right now? I would wait to after earnings, see what Nvidia does. And if it's tanking even more, I'm going to consider buying some SMCI. All right. You let me know what you think about that, good people. So in closing, here's what you can do. Remember, about 10%. As a matter of fact, let me show you that. About 10% is what the gentleman said it could happen, right? As you can see here, right now we're at 125. And I put this here for you guys to show you 10% from there would be about 112. So the gentleman was saying about 10% is where he would buy even more. And so if it comes to about 112 for long term, he's saying that he would buy more, though he owns a ton of it. Now, it could go back up to 140. So from 125 to 140. So let's get rid of that. Let's go here, and it could go back up to, let's see what a 15% move, sorry, good people, would be. That would be about right here. That would be about 15%. I'll be about 145. That would be about 145. But I think it could easily get back up to 140. So from where we are right now up to 140, which was the previous high-ish, we're talking about 11%, all right? So 11% bump up is what could happen by tomorrow. Now, in closing, I keep saying in closing, listen, you have to do what's best for you, but I want you to calm your emotions. I believe that Nvidia is going to be higher than the 140. I believe 145. Question is when. If you're overweight and you're losing a lot of money, you may consider you do what's best for you. But all I'm doing is I'm looking for an opportunity to get a little more. Remember, we're going into September. September is usually a bad month. And so if it gets beat down, it may get beat down even more. So I would not buy the first dip, even if it goes down 10%. I would not deploy all my dry powder. And remember, this is a company that I'm going to be holding 7 to 10 years farther than where we are right now. So you got to look at loans. And remember when I said buy the rumor, sell the news, it planned out to be perfect. Had you been out the day before, remember, I always get out the day before if I'm doing options. If you would have gotten out yesterday, you'd have been in a better position than today on your options. That's why I do buy the rumor, sell the news as it pertains to earnings, okay? I'm generally out the day before because institutions are taking money. So retailers are buying, institutions are selling, right? Let me know if anything I said helps you guys. Make sure you check out Stock Up You also. If you want to learn how to make real life-changing money, come and join Stock Up You. It's going to be the top link below. Okay. And you can get and learn and earn on the crypto. All right. Remember, invest, learn, test, earn, good people. Invest, learn, test, earn. Invest in yourself first, learn, test what you just learned, and then earn. All right. All the links are below. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.